tool will generate the best images and videos you can imagine in seconds. Forget about waiting hours for your videos, because this tool beats Kling, Luma, Minimax, and Runway. It will also write everything you want, humanize it, and it will even create chatbots and AI agents for you. Honestly, I've never seen a tool that gives you so many options for a fraction of a price. Let's compare only a few. So first, if you would like to generate videos with Kling, you would pay $29 per month. If you would like to use Luma with unlimited plan, you would pay $95 per month. Then if you would like to use Minimax, you would again pay $95 per month on unlimited plan. Or if you would like to use Runway on unlimited plan, you would pay $95 per month. But with this tool, you can use all of them for only $10 per month per user, and then you will have access to all the tools that I just mentioned. So the tool is called Chat LLM Teams, and to access it, make sure to click the link that you can find in the description below. And let me first walk you through its website, and then I will show you all the images and videos I generated with this tool. And as a bonus, I will also show you how to automate your whole business with other tools it offers. So you can see that the website is very clean, and right off the bat, we can see that they have so many language models available. They have ChatGPT, they have Sonnet and Haiku, they have Llama, they have Gemini Pro and Gemini Pro 2.0, and they also have their own model, which is Abacus Smoke. And here is what you can do with this tool. So you have one AI assistant to basically rule them all. You can search the web and find everything you want. Then you can also add your Google Doc or PDF or whatever it is, and it will summarize what it can find in a document. Then it can also generate images, for example, Flux model. Then you can also generate images with multiple models that you can find here. For example, we can see a Flux 1.1 Pro, Ultra, we have Daily, we have Recraft, and then we have ideogram as well. Then you'll be able to also generate videos from text and from images, so basically animate your images. Then you'll be able to humanize text, which in my opinion is a very great feature. You can upload any text and it will change into, for example, something more funny or professional, and it's a great feature for YouTube channel and you want to create very good scripts for it. Then you can also use voice transcription, and you basically can create voiceover for your videos and easily download them if you want to use it as a voiceover for your YouTube channel. And here you have available voices that you can find on a mobile app as well. You can also use it for coding, so it's not necessarily something for me, but if you are into this or you are a programmer or developer, maybe this will be an option for you to basically simplify your whole work process. Then, as I mentioned, you can create custom chatbots. Then you have also access to a computer agent that will do your task for you, and many more. So this is in a nutshell what you can do with this tool. So without further ado, let's click sign in, and this is how you sign in. Here you can sign with Apple, Google, or with Microsoft. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Just hit sign in and you will create your account immediately. So of course the whole interface looks very similar to ChatGPT or any other models. So let's start with generating images, and then after that I will show you videos that I generated and then how you can create chatbots and also AI agents. So let me show you how to use it. If you want to create anything, just hit on this button here which says new chat, and then you'll be able to see exactly this view here, and you have a few buttons to just test it out. But if you want to generate images, just simply hit image, and here you will have options, and here you will have your whole interface. So first you can pick a model. You have Flux 1.1 Pro, Ultra, Canny, Dev, and then you also have Daily Free, Recraft, and Ideogram. So you pick model that you want to use the most. In most cases, I was using Ultra or Flux 1.1 Pro. And then based on the model, your interface will look a little bit differently. So when you pick Flux 1.1, then this is what you will see. Here, you paste your prompt or write your prompt. You can also modify the input to basically generate better results. So it's up to you. You can pick the seed and then, of course, the size. I usually just pick this one. And this is basically everything. So it's very straightforward. With Ultra, you have a little bit more options. So for example, again, you have your prompt, modify the input if you want to generate better results, generate less processed but better quality images. It's also interesting. And you can also upload your image here. You can pick a seed, how strongly it should follow the image, and then of course the aspect ratio. So in this case, I usually just pick 16:9, but you can pick any other aspect ratio that works with your projects. And then you simply hit generate. Now what is also impressive is that it can generate a code for you. So you pick an option code, and then you describe what kind of code you want it to generate. Then you have also a playground if you would like to play with the tool a little bit, search web if you would like to find something, for example, long biking trails, etc., etc. Then you can also generate PowerPoint presentation if you need one, and then you have more options. So video generation, humanize, editor, screenshot, video analysis, which is kind of interesting, script URL, and also Google Doc. So I will show you in a second, but let me first start with all the images that I created. So the whole interface is very similar to ChatGPT. So when you write your prompt, then you'll be getting your images just one by one. So here's the prompt I used. and I used in this case Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra, and here is the result. In my opinion, this is a very good image, and then I will also animate this image so you can see what it looks like and what kind of models I was using to animate it. Now here is the next prompt. So here is the whole prompt if you would like to copy it, and here is also the second image, and here I just use Flux 0.1 Pro. And we'll also compare two models with themselves. So for example, Flux 1.1 Pro and Ultra, because sometimes it's really confusing to know what kind of model will get you better results. So here is the first image, and here is another example. So here's the prompt that I was using, and here I use Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra. And this is basically, if you are watching my videos, you already know that I have a specific style of generating my thumbnails. This image basically I generated for my thumbnail, and I'll also test it later to see if it's working well. Now, here is the next one, a very similar prompt, but here I'm just using Flux 1.1 Pro, and here's the generation. Again, good generation, it will be working well for my thumbnail. Here is the next one. So we are using the exact same thing, but in this case, I just wanted to see if there will be any difference. Here we have something that looks a little bit uncensored, but hopefully YouTube will not get angry at me for it. So here is the prompt, and here is the whole image. So here I use Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra, and this is again a very good image in my opinion. Now here is the next one. We are using now only Pro model here, Flux 1.1 Pro, and here is the outcome. In my opinion, again, very good generation, completely follows the prompt. And the next example is something that I was also using for my thumbnail, so something very similar. There are a few differences only in this prompt, and here is a final outcome. And what is surprising to me is that how quickly you are getting your images. So let's say I write my prompt, I'm waiting maybe 20-30 seconds, and the image is ready. The same with videos, and it's really outmatched when you compare it to sometimes, Kling, when you're waiting hours to get your videos, or maybe 24 hours to get just one video, right? Okay, the next example. So we have a portrait of a gorgeous woman, and here is a whole prompt if you would like to copy it, and here is the result. I've generated a few of them so we can compare what they look like. So here is of course 1.1 Pro, and here I did the same, but here I use Ultra. So here's the difference. You can let me know in the comment section below what prompt or what the outcome is better in your opinion. If is it Pro or is it Ultra? Because sometimes it's really confusing. It's difficult to decide which one is actually better. So here we have the next prompt, and the next outcome is basically here with model Ultra. I would say it's a little bit too much going on in this image. Nevertheless, I would say the quality is good because Flux is always, getting the best results possible. Here is the next prompt. I want to check if it will generate something better, and here I use Pro. In my opinion, here Pro version looks a little bit better than Ultra, but again, let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. And here we have a close-up portrait of a woman with vibrant purple hair, and here is the generation, or here is the final image. Let me know, of course, what you think. This is a Pro, and here is the final image. So again, quality generation, in my opinion, it looks very, very nice, and it follows the prompt completely. Here is the next prompt, a close-up portrait of a woman with vibrant purple hair. So it's a very similar generation, but here we had only Pro model, and here we have Ultra. So in this case, I would say Ultra did way better job. I just like the quality of this image way more. Let me know what you think about it. And now we have a very long prompt. And here is the whole prompt if you would like to copy it. And here is the generation. So let's say it's a Gandalf. The face is not necessarily the same, but I would say it still is a good generation. I'll try to animate it later. This is, of course, Model Ultra will have the better quality, let's say, outcome here. And again, I tried the exact same prompt, but here is the outcome. Both of them look good. It depends what you want to achieve. And when you animate it, then they look a little bit differently, but I will show you this in a second. Now, here is the next prompt, which is very complicated. We have an image showcasing a young Chinese, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Latina woman. So here is the outcome. We are using Flux 1.1 Pro. So let me know what you think about it. Now, here is the next image. So again, we are using the same prompt, but we are using different models to compare with them. Here we have Pro, and here we have Ultra model. So here is the difference. I would say Ultra model did better job with creating this image, but again, let me know what you think. Now, here is the next prompt, something a little bit different, surreal 4K painting, and here is the outcome. We used Ultra model for it. Again, I would say it is a very good generation. The quality is just great, and all the images are generated in high resolution, so you don't need to upscale anything. You immediately have image that is in high resolution. Now, here is the next one. So it's basically exact same prompt, but we are using now again different model. Here was Ultra, now we have Pro model. So here is the difference. I would say Ultra model did better job at generating this image, but it's up to you to decide as usual. Okay, now we have beautiful woman swimming. So here is the prompt, and here is model Ultra with the whole image, the very high quality image. I don't see any, let's say, problems or distortions. Everything looks alright, like she's like swimming. Maybe she's sleeping and then she is not supposed to, but other than that, everything looks right. And here is the next generation or the next photo. So here we have the prompt, and here we have the generation. Again, good generation in my opinion. I like the quality, everything looks alright. Maybe this person here shouldn't be there, but other than that, everything looks alright. Now here we have the next prompt, a very short prompt, and here's the generation with Pro model. We are basically using Flux because this is the best quality. And here is the next one. We have a picture of a 35-year-old blonde girl. And here is the generation. We use Pro model, and here is the same prompt, but we are using the Ultra models. Now you can tell me which one in your opinion is better. Again, in my opinion, Ultra did better job at generating this image, but let me know in the comment section what you think about it. So now we have this humanoid, and here is the generation. We are using Ultra model, and there is also the next one, which is basically the exact same model, but now using model Pro. And in this case, I would say still Ultra is better at, generating all the details, but I like the colors more of this head or eyes. And here is the next one. So we have a portrait of a gorgeous woman, 20 years old. So here is the Ultra model with this prompt. Here I didn't pick the option to influence the prompt whatsoever. The generation here was just the prompt 1-to-1 without any improvements. And now we have the exact same thing, but with a Pro model. So now the Pro model again looks worse in my opinion. Ultra works better. Now we have 25 years old girl. And here is the generation. Again, good generation in my opinion with a model Pro. And the next example is showcasing 3 men that are running away from a Yeti or something like that. So here we have model Pro, and then we have the same prompt, the exact same prompt, but here we have model Ultra. So again, I would say model Ultra works better. Maybe these guys, they look a little bit too similar to each other. Here they look differently. However, I still like this generation more. And here we have the next prompt. So here is the whole prompt. If you would like to use it, it's a beautiful girl. And here we are using model Ultra, and here is the generation. Everything looks alright. And then I also changed this prompt from a girl to a woman. So we are using Flux Ultra again. And here is the generation. I'll probably test it as my thumbnail because, in the past I used similar picture and it was working very well as a thumbnail. And here we have another example. So here is the whole prompt, a little bit long prompt. And here we have the result with a model Ultra. I decided at this point that Ultra is doing better work when you actually generate results. Here we have a painting, 3D painting. Again, model Ultra used here. I like this outcome. It looks surreal. It looks more creative. Very good generation in my opinion. And here is the next prompt. Okay, so we have a mermaid in this case, and here is the first result. We are using model Ultra again, and here is the second one. So we are using the exact same prompt, but here is I just want to see if there will be any difference. Again, using model Ultra, and I would say this is a better generation that I will try later to animate as well. And I wanted to also test if you can generate, let's say, a little bit more on edge images and or videos. So here is the whole prompt, and here we have the result with the Ultra model, which is all right. I would say it works as it's supposed to. And here's the next one. I just changed that it's not animal style, but a real person. It looks still all right. Here's the model Ultra. So you can create your influencers, for example, if you wish to. Here we are using, instead of model Ultra, we are using model Pro, and here is the difference. So we can see that for here there's a little bit distortion with this leg. It seems like 2 legs are merging into one. So there are a few problems, but you can just repeat the process and create one more picture, one more image. And here is the next prompt. I wanted to try something weird, something funny. So here is the very short prompt, and here is model Ultra and the result. So this is one. For example, for a thumbnail, it would be something weird, something interesting, maybe. And here is the second one, which is a 26 years old German teacher. And here is the model Ultra again. Good generation. It looks, in my opinion, like a normal photo, not necessarily AI generated image, maybe apart from this little detail here. Okay, and here I want to test again the same prompt. Here is model Ultra again with the finger. I would say the first generation looks a little bit better, looks a little bit more weird, so probably will get attention better as well. Now we have an image of a young Chinese American woman, and here is the result. I'll probably test it as my thumbnail as well, and we are using model Ultra for it. The next one, the same exact prompt with a model Ultra, and the generation is different. different. So sometimes you need to try at least a few times to get the best result. So here I don't really like this result because I cannot see her eyes. This is not necessarily something that will work well for my thumbnail. Now here is the same prompt, but we are not using any improvements to the prompt. It's just the way it is, and it didn't work that well in my opinion. This is not something that I use for my thumbnails. Probably for some channels it will work well if you want to showcase strong emotions, but it's not something that will work for my channel. I know it already from data. So now the same prompt, but now we are using again the prompt improvement. So we have the ultra model, and here is the result. It looks alright. But I would say that I should be a little bit more open if I would use it for my thumbnail. Again, the same generation with Model Ultra. This one looks better. The face is a little bit more detailed, so maybe I'll test it as my thumbnail later as well. And here we have a professional fashion photography. And here's the result with Ultra model. So here is one. And then we have a very short prompt, which is basically chibi cat. And then here is the result. Again, very good generation considering that we have only that short prompt here. Here we have something different. So we have a white cat cooks. So exactly this cat is a ragdoll. The generation is right. He's cooking. We can see people walking in the background. We can see some maybe pad thai or something like that. We can also see like bananas and some other fruits in the background. It's a good generation in my opinion. Now here we have a parrot. And here is the result. We have ultra model again. It follows the prompt in my opinion. It's a good generation, but I just wanted to see if it can create a quality parrot. Now here we have astronaut in the jungle. And here is the result. Again, Model Ultra, good generation in my opinion, a little bit more cartoonish. It is following the prompt. Again, we were improving the prompt against. Now we have a photo of a graffiti punk carrier, and here is the generation. I would say it looks alright. It looks like taken for a cyberpunk world. So again, good generation. Now we have a DJ, and I like this generation very much. I would say it looks great, especially when you see this, these colors here, and you want to get something that will be getting attention. And later I will also turn it into a video. Of course, Model Ultra was used. Now I have a prompt to create a dog, and here is a dog with an Ultra model. And here, I would say it's a good generation. It's not necessarily what I wanted to achieve, but still it looks alright. Later you can try to animate it or improve the prompt from here. Now we have something a little more abstract. I didn't necessarily catch what I wanted to, but still it looks alright. For example, if you are looking to create a B-roll footage for your channel and you're explaining something about how cigarettes are harming your health or something like that. Again, Ultra model. At this point, I'm sticking more with the Ultra model. And now we have a Bart Simpson. So here is the whole prompt, and here is Bart Simpson. I like this generation. It looks hilarious. Later I'll try to animate it and we will see how it works. And now you have a Super Mario. So we have Super Mario that is turning into Super Saiyan. And here is the outcome. I would say it looks alright. We used Model Ultra for it. Let me know if you like it or not. And here we have a scuba diver. So the next example, we used Model Ultra again. It looks very real. Maybe you could tell that there are not enough details on the face. I would probably need to generate this example one more time, but nevertheless, if you're using it for a background footage or like your B-roll, then it will be a good generation. Now we have purple tornado, and here's a purple tornado, and we have cars driving. Again, quality generation. It looks a little bit surreal, something a little bit more creative. We'll try to animate it later too. Okay, so now we have a beauty girl with fish in the water. So here's the whole prompt, and here's the image. I tried to recreate one of the images that I was using also for one of my thumbnails. So this is again a very good generation. I like the details of the eyes. I like the color. I like the fish around. They also look good. So I will later try to animate too. And here we have again very similar prompt. We have a professional fashion photography, and again Model Ultra, and here is one image. And I believe that I used the same prompt. I tried to use it as a close-up, but I turned on the option that Flags can improve the prompt from here. So Flags changed it a little bit. Nevertheless, here is the generation with Model Ultra, and there is the exact same prompt with another example. So I just want to see which one will be the best again for the thumbnail purposes. So this is how you can generate images. Now you can, as I also mentioned, you can generate videos with this platform. So to generate video, you simply hit create new chat, and then here you pick video generation. So pick video generation, and now you can see, you can use all the models. You can use Luma Labs, Kling, AI 1.6, Runway, and also Minimax. And I was really surprised how quickly you can generate all of these videos. For example, sometimes when I generate videos on a Kling, it will take forever to get this video. For example, let me go back to Kling and I will show you how much time it takes. So we have Kling here, right? And let me take a random prompt. Can be, for example, this one too, and there's to generate, right? We have Kling 1.5. So now you see it's around 6 minutes, and if I would use Kling 1.6, I'll be waiting even longer. But here when I'm using Abacus, it's just 30 seconds to 40 seconds, and I can generate all of the videos right off the bat. So I would say I don't know how they do it, but it's really amazing that they can actually speed up the whole process. So you pick your model, for example, Kling, then you can pick a model standard or pro. Then you can, of course, add your start frame, your prompt, and then aspect ratio and duration should be 5 seconds or 10 seconds. And then, of course, you can add negative prompt, and you can also modify the input prompt for improved video generation results. So now let me show you Kling first and results that I generated with Kling, and then we'll go to Luma and Runway as well. So here is the first one. Woman opens her eyes and smiles, and here is the video. I like this generation very much. In my opinion, the quality is very good, and I used the standard mode here. It wasn't even the professional mode. And then, of course, I used the image as a reference. And here is the second one. I also used the image as a reference, surprise woman. And also I used Kling AI 1.6. And here is the result. So she's really surprised, or we can even say that she's terrified. We can see when she is actually breathing, we can see that it actually looks real when she's breathing. So I would say the very good generation. The AI is really making wonders nowadays. Here is the next one, which is basically men are running away from the Yeti. And here is the video with Kling 1.6, and here is the outcome. I would say it's a good generation. The Yeti is actually running behind them. All of them are a little bit afraid or just excited about all this situation. So I like this video a lot. Now we have this Gandalf image that I generated before. I like this image very much. And even a few months ago, it was very difficult to generate something like that. And now it's just, a few clicks, a few seconds, and you have a video like that. This is really surprising. Okay, now we have a woman starts jumping, and we have Kling again, and here is the result. So I would say it still looks real. When she is jumping, we can see that, there is a bit of distortion, but it's very difficult to make very smooth animations or very smooth videos with such models or with such prompts. So I just wanted to see if it can actually make it work. And it did. Now we have this chibi robot, and then it starts waving. So we use Kling again 1.6, and here is the result when this robot is waving, smiling. Again, a very good generation if we would like to create, for example, channel for kids, right? Now we have cat cooking with Kling 1.6, and the cat is cooking. And again, I like this generation. He is losing his spoon here, but apart from that, everything looks alright. People in the background are walking. Very realistic generation. It looks very nice in my opinion. Now we have a man running, and this generation doesn't look that well in my opinion, but still it is good enough for like a background footage. There is not that much distortion here. It looks still alright. I believe I use professional mode here, so everything is more crisp. Now we have our Bart Simpson, and he starts laughing and showing muscles. Let's see what it looks like. So then he's laughing, showing his muscles. It looks alright. There is not that much distortion here, maybe a little bit with his face in the first 1 second, but then everything looks coherent, everything looks properly. Now we have a girl that starts smiling and a fish is swimming around. We use Kling for this as well, and here is the result. Look at the fish. The fish looks amazing, the smile looks amazing, everything looks like it's real, like we have a mermaid that is swimming around fish. So in my opinion, it looks very nice. And now let's compare it to Luma. With Luma, I just made a few images. So the first one is again the Gandalf one. And again, I would say it's still a good one. If you're looking to have just a little bit of motion, just like a slow zoom, then Luma is making a very good job. Now the second one, I just said animate this, but I checked the option to improve the Luma things that it will basically make the whole prompt better. So here is the outcome. Again, I like this generation. I like this jellyfish that is swimming around. I like these things that they small like fish that is swimming in front of her, or like these small points of light. So again, it's a good generation in my opinion. Now the third one, in my opinion, it didn't work that well. It's just a slow zoom. It doesn't really look like a video. It just looked like a static image. So I don't like this generation that much. Now I tried to animate this robot here. In my opinion, it doesn't look that well. It should be even better, but well, it's still right. I would say Luma nowadays is not doing that great job, but nevertheless, it's still right. Now we have a woman smiling. Let's see the generation or the result that we see here. So again, it's a little bit too slow. There's a little bit of distortion with her smile or her head or her face, but nevertheless, it's alright. It's good enough if you want to use it. Now let's check the next ones. Here we are using Luma. Now here is Kling 1.6. So woman starts smiling, and let's see the difference. So we can see that the difference is huge. She's even turning. All details are all right. We don't see much distortion here. The fish is swimming around her. So I would say it's a very good generation. Now, the next one, a woman starts smiling. We again are using Kling here. So at this point, I think that Kling is just better than Luma. So I just want to show you a few more examples. This one looks good. And here's the next one, which I like very much. So we have this woman that is a DJ. And now here we have the whole generation. I would say it looks very real. It looks like a normal video. Maybe we have a little bit of problem with this color here. It thinks like probably it's her teeth, but maybe it could be her teeth. Maybe she has like a mouth guard, something like that, and it just has this color. Okay, so now we have this tornado here, and here I try to just animate it. It still looks alright. This car is driving too slowly, but sometimes people are actually driving too slowly. So still good generation in my opinion. And here is one more generation with Kling AI 1.6. Again, if you would like to use Kling, I would highly recommend you using Kling for most of your generations. It's not always that Kling is the best, but in most cases, Kling will be the model that you will be using the most, and still you will save a lot of money when you compare pricing from the website and from abacus.ai. Now, I wanted to test also a few other features because you have more than that. As I mentioned, you can generate images, videos, but you can just use ChatGPT 4o, Cloud, ChatGPT o1 Mini, o1, Gemini 2.0 Flash Thinking, Gemini 2.0 Flash, Pro, ChatGPT 4o Mini, Grok, and then Abacus and his own models, Llama, Llama 3.3 and Llama 3.1, Gemini 1.5 Flash, again Cloud, and then you can also create your chatbots as I mentioned. So let me show you a few examples. So first one, I just wanted to analyze a video. So you have the option to analyze any video you can imagine. So you pick is video analysis, and then you can analyze the video. So this is what you do, and then you just upload the URL. So here I just analyzed one of my own videos, and I wanted to see what is the result. So here is the, it is analyzing the video, and it's fetching and analyzing the video from the URL. And now here we have the result. So here is the result, title, author, and then we also have the transcript. So it's transcribing the whole video. And then we have the whole analysis. This is very handy if you like to make your research for your next YouTube video, but you don't want to watch the whole video, but you want to just know what the video is all about and all the details and what happened in the video in general. We have like a quick explanation, what the video is about, key highlights, tools and resources, process overview, and then also conclusion. And then you can also ask questions if you would like to know more about it. You just hit here and then you can ask questions about it. So this is one option. Now, other thing what I want to show is just the button that is here. So fun facts about Rome. So then I hit it and here is the answer that I got. And when you pick option root LLM, it basically is picking a model that should be the most advanced. And when credits are running out, then you'll be using another model as well. And you can also regenerate your results with a certain model. Or if you want to use just one model, you can pick this model and use only this one model if you want to, right? So here we have fun facts about Rome. And now let's say we want to rewrite it. So let's say we want to use Cloud for it. And then we'll see what kind of results we can with Cloud. And here we have completely different story. So this is one example. I don't know which one is better. You can let me know what you think. And you can also use the next option, which is basically ChatGPT 4o Mini. And you can also humanize it, or later you can use it as your background footage or like your voiceover, even if you don't want to use 11 Labs or any other tool out there, so you can save even more money. And let me show you what kind of voiceover you can get here.
Hello, this is a sample of your selected voice. How can I help you today?
Okay, let's pick, for example, Roger for this case. So we pick Roger, and now we need to wait for our voiceover to be ready.
Here's an interesting fact about Rome. The famous Trevi fountain collects around 3,000 euros, approximately $3,300, in coins every day. Tourists throw coins over their shoulder into the fountain based on a tradition that says doing so ensures a return visit to Rome. The money is collected daily and donated to Caritas, a Catholic charity that uses the funds to help Rome's needy citizens through various social programs.
Okay, so this is an example, and you can of course download the text-to-speech, so you don't need any other tools if you want to generate your voiceover. So this is beautiful. You just hit generate text-to-speech, and then you have your voiceover ready. You just download it, and we are ready to basically add your B-roll, and your video is ready. So with this one tool, you can generate your whole video from start to finish. You can generate your scripts, your voiceovers, then you can generate your background footage. You can combine everything together. So this is truly beautiful. And now I just wanted to write a 1 minute history of London. And here is, of course, here is the 1 minute history. It used Chat GPT 4.0 for it. And again, you can rewrite it, or you can also make it more human. So if you click humanize, it will basically try to change the style of this script. So now it can be, for example, AI detector proofs. If you are, for example, writing for a university, then you need this option. Or for example, professional and clear, or funny and clever. You pick this option, and then you can either decide if it should be just for this one part or the whole conversation, and then you hit regenerate. And here is the whole result. Let me know if you think that is actually, sound more funny, and let's see what it sounds like when we have our voiceover.
London, where history oozes from every cobblestone and the tea flows like the Thames. Let's take a whirlwind tour through time, shall we? It all began around 43 CE when the Romans, clearly unimpressed with the weather, founded Londinium. They built walls, roads, and probably complained about the lack of central heating. Fast forward to 1066, and William the Conqueror swaggers in, builds the Tower of London, and says, "Mine now."
Okay, so again, you can download your voiceover. I would say it sounds very alright. It doesn't sound too funny. It sounds alright if you want to have history, but with like a little bit more sarcastic humor. In my opinion, this is a very good tool if you would like to create your whole channel and you don't want to have like very low quality responses here. So this is one example. And of course, we can any prompt or any script by ourselves. So here's, for example, the script that I have. And to humanize it from start to finish, you just paste here your, say, script, and then you pick the option to humanize it. Again, the very similar matter, funny and clever, and then hit apply. So we applied this option, we just hit create, and then it will humanize our result. So here is our result in seconds. Again, you can pick so many different styles, or you can also regenerate it. It should be caring and empathetic, or professional and clear. So it's really up to you, right? And you can also reset your options. So this is what I wanted to show you in a nutshell, what you can do with Abacus, but you can do even more. So the next option is your computer agent. So this can do tasks for you. So for example, you can find and download an image of Machu Picchu, or it can do anything you can imagine. So it can show you available flights to Greece, or schedule a Zoom meeting for Wednesday, open Gmail and open most recent email. So this is your virtual assistant that you just say, oh, do that for me or do this for me, and it will do everything without you being involved in the process, right? So here is your workspace, and then this agent will do the job for you. So for example, show me available flights to Greece. And now it's also showing you every step that is taken. So now we will click on Firefox icon to navigate to a flight search website, and it will search for our flight. So now it will be searching for the website. So I don't have to do anything. It's just looking for my flights for me. So it's very handy in my opinion if you want to save some time and you don't want to be in front of your computer and doing everything by yourself. So it is just picking where from, where to, and then it will basically find you your ticket. Okay, so we can already see some prices. For example, $541 for this flight, which is still right. And it did everything by itself. And this is how you can make your life easier, even with like making research or anything like that. Then you have all the information it found, and then you can see all the tickets it found as well. So this was one example how you can use this agent. As you can see, we have a few different options. You can also write whatever you want here and it will do it for you. But I also wanted to show you how you can create agents. So agents can do a work for you, and there are a few agents created here. So for example, you can create AI agent that is answering to your projects, or for example, a sales assistant. You can create your virtual assistants, and you don't need any assistants whatsoever anymore. You don't need to be worried that these assistants won't do their job properly. For example, here's a news reporter agent project. So if you are, for example, creating a YouTube channel where when you are looking for news, this AI agent can find this news for you. So you will have everything in one place. So it comes in very handy in my opinion. To create your agent, you just hit simply create project. And here you can create a custom chatbot or AI agent. You simply hit on a button, click continue, project name, and it's simple. It is as simple as that. And then you can just create your agents from here. If you'd like to see how to create these AI agents in detail, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll record another video for you. However, this is what I wanted to show you with Abacus platform, how you can generate all of that. In my opinion, this is the most powerful platform that you can use nowadays, because you have all these models to create your videos. You can create your scripts. You can also humanize them later. So I don't see any tool that will be more powerful than that, right? And it also sounds good, as you see when we humanize it, we can also download voiceover without any problem. So if you'd like to use it, there's a link in the description. And if you'd like to take your YouTube business to the next level, make sure to watch the video that you can see on the screen right now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.